I have received more education. I've been doing a little bit more study, and I'm convinced if there is a time to rein in the federal government, now is the time. If ever we've been in that position since we've had a Supreme Court that has just gone amok. They have a proposal just for a constitutional amendment requiring a balanced budget amendment. That's the only thing they'll deal with, and it will only last for 24 hours. That's it, 24 hours. And it will have a proposed amendment to the Constitution. And they will come, they will discuss, they will add, they will subtract, and in 24 hours, if they can't hammer it out to bring back to the states, convention's over, done. The question is not, are we going to have private option, as the governor has suggested. The question is now, do we get rid of it in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years? That's the question. One of the proposals will be, instead of having a flat set amount of cents per gallon, is to put a percent, so that as the cost of fuel goes up and the cost of roads cost to lay, that revenue will come at the same rate. One of the things the state has to do, and this is where I need you guys' help. Drugs and alcohol is one of the key proponents in the majority of the people in jail. But here is what I have come to the belief. The majority of those have very deep mental illness issues. And unless we do not deal with the real culprit of mental disease, all we're going to do, what's the, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. What we're doing on this end is we're just doing cure, and there's just seems to be a bigger and bigger great gaping hole. If we can deal with the juvenile right now that's 14 or 15 years old, that's living in a family, there is no affirmative action, they're being yelled at, they're being bullied at school and everything else, he needs to have a professional counselor, somebody that can help him weed through and go through life. It will be cheaper, cost effective, if we can provide the help on this end for mental, versus him feeling the only way to deal and cope in life is drugs and alcohol. Because that road just gets darker and darker and darker. And then we deal with it, it gets more and more expensive. Now folks, as conservative, we say, well, that's not government's job to deal with that. But let me tell you what, we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it here, or we're going to deal with it here. And if you can stop the snowball from rolling down the mountain here, you will not deal with the avalanche here.
Thank you for being here.